Hey folks, and welcome to another update of real-time editing of issue descriptions. This week is going to be a short one again because I was mostly focusing on shipping the stuff that I announced 2 weeks ago, the awareness UX and the awareness feature in itself. This is part of this bigger issue on how to start a collaborative editing session between 2 or more users, and we finally made it to the last. Probably the last merge request before this feature can ship. This, like as a reminder, this is how it's going to look like. We have pivoted again to put it into the sidebar because it seems to be just the best place or the easiest way to edit. There's a lot of complexity if we try to edit to the breadcrumbs menu or to the test, to the title of the issue. Like it just looks different every time you scroll, and the breadcrumbs menu is hidden if you scroll down. So there's no super easy way forward. And the sidebar is just a very good place to put it. This is the draft MR that's hopefully going to ship within the next 1 or 2 weeks. Depends a bit on like reviews and edge cases that we're stumbling upon, but in theory it's there. You can already try the review app if you want to give it a shot. There's a second, like just ask me for credentials. Like I've created additional users in order to test this out. After this is shipped, we have like laid the foundation for creating collaborative editing sessions. So we ultimately want to go into the text editing feature, like to roll this out. There is a bit of like preliminary work that happened before with the Ruby gem, but there's like there's still some stuff to do in order to actually roll it out. Based on the somewhat formal process that we have in order to figure out like what are the jobs to be done for real-time collaboration on issue descriptions, it's primarily 2. This might change a bit, but in general, we want to see who we are collaborating with, and we want to be actually able to collaborate. So those are the 2 jobs to be done. There's a bit of more details here. The issue is linked in the video description below. So just let me know what you think. I also have updated the Handbook page a fair bit with what's currently going on, because the last update to this Handbook page was a while ago. And as you can probably see, there's another gem that was added here. It's the companion for Ruby on the server that allows us to persist changes temporarily in Redis. This makes a lot of things easier for us, especially when users join a session. We can easily restore a document state for them without interacting with any other clients, which just helps a lot with the orchestration of collaborative sessions. I've added awareness as a specific thing that is being worked on, and starting next week we can consider it in a review process and not in a build process anymore. I've already started to look into the editor landscape. So this is by far the most interesting thing I'm currently working on, in particular because it's not trivial. Editors might or might not support CRDTs out of the box, like Prose Mirror or Code Mirror or Monaco. They all have YGS bindings, but they might have very different structure. And thanks to Enrique, which I had a wonderful chat with this week, we think we have a way forward. We could probably just use the Markdown AST as the source of truth and apply transforms to create like change sets for the CRDT as well as for the editor. I think we're already doing it for the editor, but it might not happen in an incremental way. And that's the stuff to be figured out. Not in particular for issue descriptions though, because here we have a plain old text area, which is a completely different thing to deal with. So that's going to be my job, like to integrate change, like applying changes from another client to the local text area view, and also like extract changes in an incremental way from the text area. The last thing is, and it's about those 2 gems again. In order to get them into the GitLab code base, we want to make sure that they meet the requirements from a security and a quality perspective, in particular because they include native extensions, and native extensions are built in Rust, and we can't just like simply port them to C, which is still the standard for native extensions in Ruby. But there's also there has been a lot of effort to integrate the Rust compiler into the rake/bundle process. That's it, and see you for the next update.